3:47 a.m., Tuesday, March 14th, Dayton, Ohio. Your kitchen's dark except for the laptop screen. You're 24. 7 months of preparation. One target. Hands shaking, you hit enter and lean in as the fan spins up, the 3 longest seconds of your life. Then, session established, White House Executive Subnet, 03. You type one word. Finally. Heart slamming, you understand what you just did. In 6 hours, every newsroom in America will be running your story. In 36 hours, you'll be in federal custody. But right now, at 3:47 a.m., you're the only person on Earth who knows the president has a problem. 14 months before the session was established, you're 23, sitting on the couch in your parents' living room in Dayton. Fox News is on. The president, standing at the Resolute desk, signs an executive order. Your father puts his coffee down. He watches the pen move across the page. Says nothing. 3 months later, he comes home with a paper bag. 27 years of his stuff, all of it. Plant's closing. He sits at the kitchen table at 4 in the afternoon with a glass of whiskey he won't touch. You watch from the doorway. He doesn't see you. 6 months after the signing, you're standing on the driveway at 7:15 a.m. The garage door is closed. Your mother is inside screaming. You don't go in. You already know. No tears. Not yet. What you don't know yet, what nobody knows, is that the executive order that killed your father wasn't a policy mistake. It was a favor. Turns out someone paid for it. And 8 months from now, in a fluorescent-lit back office, you're going to find the folder that proves it. Saturday afternoon, the following December, you're sitting in a back room at a small government contractor on the edge of Dayton, feeding paper into a shredder. This is your weekend job. $15 an hour. Nobody talks to you. You might as well be a chair. One folder is mislabeled. Green, not red. You almost shred it. Then you don't. Inside, a draft memo. Department of Defense, stamped internal. A list of 12 private equity firms. One is circled in pen, Ridgeline Strategic. Its board includes a sitting cabinet member. The memo is dated 11 days before the executive order was signed. You understand what you're holding. Phone out. You photograph every page. The folder goes back in the stack, exactly the way you found it. You drive home at the speed limit. You don't sleep. By sunrise, you've decided. Not in anger. In a way that's colder than that. You're going to make him pay for what he did to your father. And you already know how. 7 months. That's what it takes you. You live like a ghost. Day job at an IT firm in Beaver Creek, patching firewalls for small contractors. Night job in your own kitchen. Foam top desk, one laptop, blinds closed. You teach yourself what you don't already know. Social engineering, lateral movement, log suppression, Tor. You find an invite-only forum for people who used to work in places the rest of us don't have a name for. Your handle is only child. On your 3rd night, a user named Reznov messages you. Kids, slow down. You're leaving logs everywhere. Let me show you something. He becomes the first person you've really spoken to in months. He teaches you to disappear online. Sends you 0 days. Asks, once, what you're planning. You say, federal target. He doesn't push. What you don't tell him is that your old university contractor credential was never deprovisioned. You tested it last week. Still works. It's sitting in the White House staff subnet like a door somebody forgot to lock. Tonight is the night you're going to open it. Tuesday, 2:10 a.m. You're in your apartment now, the one you sublet on West 3rd Street, 2nd floor, above a laundromat that runs until midnight. The city is asleep. You are not. Terminal open. You use the credential. It works, again. But this time you don't stop at the portal. Pivot. Staff mail server. Junior aides workstation. Shared calendar. And then, at 2:22 a.m., a line appears on your left monitor. The president's schedule for Thursday morning. An 11:30 briefing at the Resolute desk. You're reading the president's calendar. Your hands are cold. Walking to the window, Dayton is 600 miles from the White House. Right now, on this laptop, that distance is 0. You could close this session, pull the cable from the wall, burn the drive, go to sleep, wake up tomorrow a normal person. But you don't. You sit back down. A week later, Thursday morning, before your day job, you're inside the mail server again when you see it. An email you're not supposed to see. From NSD Cyber Analytics. Subject: Unusual activity. Exec subnet. 72 hours. Sent to 5 recipients. 2 CC'd from White House Communications. 1 from the FBI Cyber Division. They are not looking at you. Not yet. But they are looking close to you. They know somebody has been inside their network. They don't know who. And the email is dated yesterday. You freeze. Your heart is in your ears. 3 words into Reznov's chat. They're on me. His reply hits in 4 seconds. Window closes tomorrow. You go now or you never go. You sit there for 90 seconds, looking at the screen, thinking about the garage door, about your mother's voice. Then you reach for the keyboard. 3:47 a.m. Tuesday, March 14th. We're back where we started. Session established. White House Executive Subnet, 03. 7 minutes before the token rotates. You don't go for the president's email. You go for the device, a personal mobile synced through a loophole in the resident's Wi-Fi, a thing that should not exist, a thing his chief of staff has been warning him about for months. You're in for 96 seconds. Messages, photos, contacts, a voice memo dated last week. You take all of it. 1.3 gigabytes, compressed, routed through 4 hops, dropped on a server in a country the FBI cannot subpoena. 1 photograph stops you cold. You look at it for 11 seconds. You will not describe what is in it. Not to anyone. Ever. That part, what you saw, is what they'll later try to torture out of you. You disconnect. A second timed release is queued. Automatic, encrypted, untouchable now. It fires in 36 hours unless you physically type a 7-word phrase into a specific machine in a specific place. You're not going to get to that place. You don't know that yet. 6:53 a.m. Eastern. The memo hits. By 7:02, Axios has it. CNN picks it up at 7:15. By 8, it's on every screen in the country. The Ridgeline memo, your father's name not in it, but the entire shape of what killed him suddenly visible to 300 million people. Markets open red. A sitting cabinet secretary is subpoenaed before lunch. By 10:30 a.m., the president is at the Resolute desk, navy suit, red tie, taking questions. Total fake. Disgraceful. Whoever did this, and we will find them, is going to face the full force of the American justice system. Secret Service sweeps the residence. The FBI opens a war room in Chantilly. A cyber unit the size of a small corporation is now hunting exactly 1 person. You, on a couch in Dayton, in a gray hoodie, eating cereal, watching yourself exist only as a shape in their reports. For 6 hours, you think you got away. If you want to know how cases like this actually unfold, subscribe to Digital Crime Scene. We go this deep every time. 5:12 a.m. Boots on your apartment floor. Flashbangs. White light and deafness. The door off its hinges. 4 men in tactical gear. 1 hand on your head. 1 on your wrists. They zip tie you face down on the linoleum. They read you your rights. You already know them. Outside, a black SUV. 2 more at the curb. Your laptop is already in a bag. In the hallway, a man in tactical gear turns to you and pulls the mask off his face. Hey, kid. You know the voice before you know the face. Reznov, only child's only friend. The man who taught you how to disappear online. Who sent you the 0 days. Who told you when the window would close. He was in Quantico the entire time. The forum is an FBI honeypot and has been for 18 months. Every message you ever sent him is numbered, printed and sitting in a folder on a judge's desk. You have never been invisible. You have been watched for 7 months from a desk 100 miles from where you were sitting. The SUV door shuts. You're not in Dayton anymore. 9 p.m. A federal holding cell in Alexandria, Virginia. You have one phone call allowed. You don't use it. Because in 36 hours, a server you never touched from this room is going to push a second archive, automatically, to 42 news outlets on 4 continents. And what that archive contains, the thing you saw on the device for 11 seconds, is bigger than the memo, bigger than Ridgeline, bigger than any of them have realized yet. They think they have you. You know they don't. On a wiped phone in an evidence bag 200 miles away, the timer reads 35 hours, 57 minutes, 56, 55.